Imagine you're living on Mars. You wake up in a dusty red colony, sip your morning coffee, and check your messages. But wait, how do you even get internet on another planet that's over 200 million kilometers away? Welcome to the future, where SpaceX isn't just sending rockets to Mars, but building the very internet that will connect humanity across worlds. Sounds like science fiction? Well, buckle up, because today we're rediving into how SpaceX plans to build internet on Mars, and the mind-blowing technology that could make interplanetary Wi-Fi a reality. Let's start with a simple problem. Mars is really far from Earth. Depending on their positions in orbit, the distance can range from 55 million to 400 million kilometers. At that distance, even light, the fastest thing in the universe, takes 3 to 22 minutes to travel from Earth to Mars. This means live video calls? Not happening. Real-time gaming? Forget about it. But beyond just the time delay, there's another issue. No physical infrastructure. Earth's internet runs through a complex web of undersea cables, ground stations, and satellites. Mars? It's a blank slate. So how do we even begin? Enter Elon Musk and SpaceX, the same company that is revolutionizing rocketry and launching thousands of satellites under the Starlink project. Starlink is already providing internet to remote parts of Earth using a constellation of low Earth orbit satellites. But SpaceX has bigger plans, not just for Earth, but for Mars. The idea? Use a similar constellation of satellites orbiting Mars, call it Starlink Mars, to build a local internet on the red planet. These satellites would communicate with ground stations on Mars, likely located near human habitats, and relay signals just like Earth's Starlink does today. But wait, what about sending data between Earth and Mars? That's where things get really interesting. SpaceX could build interplanetary relay stations, satellites in solar orbit positioned between Earth and Mars, to pass signals back and forth. Think of it like setting up digital pit stops in space, making communication more efficient. Another approach? Use laser-based communication systems, known as optical communication. These can transmit data faster and more reliably over vast distances compared to radio waves. In fact, NASA has already tested similar tech on the lunar laser communication demonstration, and it worked brilliantly. SpaceX could scale this up for Mars, enabling data rates high enough to send HD video, research data, and even Netflix. Okay, maybe just YouTube, for now. So what would the actual internet system on Mars look like? Here's the rough architecture. Orbital layer, a ring of low Mars orbit satellites, similar to Starlink, covering the entire planet. Ground stations, antennas or phased array dishes on the Martian surface attached to habitats or rovers. Data relays, high-speed communication links back to Earth via laser or advanced radio systems. The key is autonomy. Because of the communication delay, Mars internet must function independently of Earth, hosting its own local servers, applications, and services. Imagine a Martian intranet, social networks, research platforms, even entertainment, all hosted locally to avoid 20-minute delays every time you click a link. Of course, satellites and lasers need power. On Earth, satellites often use solar panels. Mars offers plenty of sunlight, but also dust storms that can block light for weeks. SpaceX might use nuclear power sources or dust-resistant solar panels, the kind tested on Mars rovers, to ensure continuous uptime. There's also the challenge of launching and maintaining these satellites. This is where SpaceX's Starship comes in. Starship is designed to be fully reusable and capable of carrying over 100 tons of cargo. Once it's operating regularly on Mars, it could launch mini satellites into orbit, just like it does on Earth. So, why go through all this trouble for internet on Mars? Here and now is why it's a game changer. Science. Martian researchers can upload data to Earth instantly. Emergency comms. In a crisis, communication can be the difference between life and death. Education. Astronauts and settlers can access learning tools and training modules. Entertainment. Yes, Martians will want to stream, play, and chill too. But the most powerful benefit? Psychological support. Just being able to email your family or watch a favorite show could help astronauts cope with the extreme isolation of life on Mars. Elon Musk once said, We want to make life multiplanetary. Internet isn't just a convenience, it's infrastructure. The kind of infrastructure that makes human civilization possible. And if we can build internet on Mars, stable, fast, and autonomous, it lays the foundation for something even more ambitious, a networked solar system. Imagine one day, colonies on Mars, the Moon, and even Europa, all connected through a galactic internet. What we're witnessing isn't just a space mission. It's the birth of interplanetary civilization. So what do you think? Will Mars get internet before some rural towns on Earth? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Starlink Mars will be online by 2035? If you learned something cool today, smash that like button, subscribe for more mind-blowing space content, and hit the bell so you never miss a launch into the future. And hey, if you're watching this on Starlink, maybe one day your grandkids will stream it from Mars. This is Scorpio born, and the future is just a few orbits away.